In the hustle and bustle of modern life, with its incessant noise and distractions, it's all too easy to become disconnected from the world around us. We rush from one obligation to the next, tethered to our screens and devices, barely pausing to catch our breath. In the midst of this frenetic pace, we often forget that we are not separate from nature, but are deeply intertwined with it, woven into the fabric of the universe itself. But for our ancestors, this connection was not merely a passing acknowledgement. It was a sacred bond, a fundamental truth that guided every aspect of their existence. They understood that they were part of something much larger than themselves, and they lived their lives in harmony with the rhythms of the natural world. They rose with the sun and slept under the stars, attuned to the subtle shifts in the seasons and the changing patterns of the moon. They planted their crops according to the phases of the moon and performed rituals to honor the changing of the seasons. In everything they did, they recognized the interconnectedness of all things and sought to live in balance with the earth and sky. Among the celestial events that held profound significance, the spring equinox stood out as a moment of profound importance, a time when the balance of light and darkness was perfectly poised, signaling the arrival of spring and the promise of new life. It was a cosmic reset button pressed by the universe itself, ushering in a season of renewal and rebirth. For our ancestors, the spring equinox was not just a date on the calendar. It was a sacred occasion, steeped in symbolism and ritual. They celebrated with feasts and ceremonies, honoring the earth's fertility and giving thanks for the gifts of the land. It was a time of joy and abundance, a time to cast off the darkness of winter and embrace the light of spring. Imagine a time when the passage of days and months wasn't merely a matter of ticking off appointments and deadlines, but a profound reflection of the cosmic symphony playing out above us. In the annals of ancient civilizations, the spring equinox held a significance far beyond its position on a parchment or stone tablet. It was a celestial event steeped in symbolism and meaning, a moment when the earth itself seemed to stir from its winter slumber and awaken to the promise of new life. For our ancestors who lived close to the land and sky, the changing of the seasons was not just an abstract concept but a visceral experience. They felt the chill of winter's icy grip and rejoiced as the days slowly grew longer and warmer. And when the spring equinox arrived, it was as if the very heavens themselves rejoiced, heralding the end of darkness and the dawning of a new era. The spring equinox marked the transition from darkness to light, from death to rebirth. It was a time of profound transformation, both in the natural world and in the hearts of those who witnessed it. As the sun crossed the celestial equator, bringing day and night into perfect balance, it was as if the universe itself paused to take a breath, a moment of stillness before the chaos of springtime burst forth in full force. But more than just a celestial event, the spring equinox was a symbol of hope and renewal in the face of adversity. It spoke to the resilience of life itself, to the eternal cycle of death and rebirth that lies at the heart of existence. And for our ancestors who faced countless challenges and hardships in their daily lives, it was a reminder that no matter how dark the night may seem, the light of dawn is always just beyond the horizon. Across the vast tapestry of human civilization, from the sands of ancient Egypt to the jungles of the Mayan Empire, from the misty hills of Celtic lands to the fertile plains of Persia, the spring equinox has been celebrated with reverence and awe. In cultures around the world, this celestial event was not merely a moment on the calendar, but a sacred occasion, a time to honor the intricate dance of the cosmos and to acknowledge the profound connections between the earth and sky. For the ancient Egyptians, the spring equinox held deep religious significance. It marked the resurrection of their god Osiris, the god of the afterlife and fertility. As the Nile flooded its banks, bringing life-giving water to the parched earth, the Egyptians saw it as a symbol of rebirth and renewal, a testament to the eternal cycle of life and death that governed the universe. In the heart of the Mayan civilization, the spring equinox was likewise a time of great importance. The Mayans built elaborate temples and observatories aligned with the movements of the sun and stars, and they held ceremonies to honor the equinox sunrise. For them, it was a moment when the veil between the earthly realm and the divine was said to be thinnest, a time to commune with the gods and seek their blessings for the season ahead. In Celtic lands, the arrival of spring was greeted with joyous celebrations and rituals. The Celts lit bonfires to honor the returning light, symbolizing the victory of warmth and life over darkness and cold. These fires were believed to purify the land and drive away evil spirits, ensuring a bountiful harvest in the months to come. And in Persia, the spring equinox is still celebrated as Nowruz, the Persian New Year. This ancient festival, which predates the rise of Islam, is a time of cleansing and renewal, a time to sweep away the dust of the old year and make way for the blessings of the new. Families gather to feast on traditional foods, exchange gifts, and pay homage to their ancestors, honoring the rich tapestry of Persian culture and history. But the significance of the spring equinox extended beyond the terrestrial realm. It was a time when the veil between the mundane and the divine grew thin. Shamans, priests, and mystics recognized this celestial alignment as an opportunity for spiritual insight and communion with higher realms. Initiations, vision quests, and ecstatic rituals were common, as seekers endeavored to attune themselves to the cosmic symphony unfolding overhead. Even today, remnants of these ancient traditions persist, albeit in modified forms. The celebration of Easter, with its themes of resurrection and rebirth, traces its roots to pre-Christian fertility festivals honoring the spring equinox. Similarly, the practice of spring cleaning, though often reduced to a mundane chore, echoes the ancient impulse to purify and renew both the physical and spiritual environment. Our modern calendar, with its neatly organized months and meticulously scheduled days, may appear to be a far cry from the natural rhythms of the world around us. Yet hidden within its structure are echoes of our ancestral past, faint whispers of a time when the year began not with the arbitrary stroke of a pen, but with the stirring of life in the soil and the blossoming of flowers under the spring sun. Consider, for a moment, the names of the months that we use without a second thought: September, October, November, December, derived from Latin roots meaning 7, 8, 9, and 10. These names betray a truth that has long been forgotten in the march of time. They hint at a time when our ancestors counted the passing of days not from January to December, but from the spring equinox to the next, a time when the world itself seemed to awaken from its winter slumber and burst forth with new life. If September was once the 7th month, then what does that say about the true rhythm of the year? Perhaps it suggests that our new year should align not with the arbitrary date of January 1st, but with the cosmic event that heralds the arrival of spring. Perhaps it beckons us to cast off the trappings of modernity and reconnect with the ancient wisdom that lies dormant within us, to heed the call of nature herself and begin anew with the turning of the seasons. Our ancestors were not merely passive observers of the natural world. They were active participants, deeply attuned to its rhythms and cycles. They possessed a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things, recognizing that they were not separate from nature, but integral parts of it. From the planting of crops to the observation of celestial events, they lived their lives in harmony with the earth's rhythms, finding meaning and purpose in the ebb and flow of the seasons. In agriculture, they understood that the success of their crops depended on more than just the quality of the soil and the abundance of rainfall. They recognized the importance of timing, of planting seeds at the optimal moment when the soil was warm and moist and the sun was high in the sky. By aligning their planting schedules with the cycles of the moon and the changing seasons, They ensured bountiful harvests and abundant food supplies for their communities. But their connection to nature went beyond agriculture. They also possessed a deep knowledge of the stars and planets, using their observations to predict celestial events and navigate the world around them. By studying the movements of the heavens, they developed intricate calendars and time-keeping systems, allowing them to mark the passage of days, months, and years with precision. As we stand on the threshold of the spring equinox, we have the opportunity to reconnect with this ancient wisdom, to tap into the energy and wisdom of the natural world and realign ourselves with the cosmic forces that shape our world. In doing so, we can find balance and harmony in our lives, drawing strength and inspiration from the rhythms of the earth and sky. The spring equinox is not merely a mark on the calendar, it's a sacred and mystical gateway, a threshold between seasons, between worlds, and between the old and the new. As the earth tilts on its axis, bringing day and night into perfect balance, we are presented with a unique opportunity to find balance in our own lives. Picture it, a moment suspended in time, when the forces of light and darkness are held in delicate equilibrium. In this moment, we too can find equilibrium within ourselves, a chance to shed the darkness of the past and embrace the light of the future. It's a time to release what no longer serves us, to let go of old habits, beliefs, and patterns that weigh us down and hold us back. But more than just a time for letting go, the spring equinox is also a time for planting seeds, both literal and metaphorical. It's a time to set intentions for the months ahead, to envision the life we want to create and take concrete steps to bring it into being. Like gardeners tending to their plots, we have the power to cultivate the soil of our minds and hearts, planting seeds of love, joy, and abundance that will blossom and grow in the fertile soil of the coming months. And in this act of planting, we embark on a journey of transformation, a journey of renewal and rebirth. Just as the earth awakens from its winter slumber, bursting forth with new life and vitality, so too do we have the opportunity to awaken to our own potential and power. It's a chance for the great reset, for casting off the shackles of the past and stepping boldly into the future, with courage, with purpose, and with a sense of boundless possibility. So, how can we best prepare for this cosmic reset that the spring equinox offers? It begins with a return to our roots, a reconnection with the natural world that surrounds us. Step outside and allow yourself to be enveloped by the sights, sounds, and sensations of the great outdoors. Whether it's a stroll through a lush forest, a leisurely walk along the beach, or simply sitting beneath the shade of a majestic tree, take the time to soak in the energy of the earth, to feel the pulse of life that flows through all living things. As you reconnect with nature, take the opportunity to reflect on the past year. What experiences have shaped you? What lessons have you learned? What patterns or habits are ready to be released, like the falling leaves of autumn? Allow yourself to sit with these questions, to delve deep into the recesses of your soul, and to unearth the wisdom that lies dormant within you. But don't stop there. The spring equinox is also a time for looking forward, for setting intentions and envisioning the life you want to create. Take a moment to close your eyes and visualize your dreams. See them clearly in your mind's eye, as if they were already manifesting in the physical world. And then, with purpose and determination, take practical steps to bring those dreams into being. Whether it's making a plan, taking a class, or reaching out to a mentor, every action you take brings you one step closer to your goals. Above all, approach this moment with reverence and gratitude. Honor the ancient wisdom that has guided humanity for millennia, recognizing that you are part of a vast and interconnected web of life. Give thanks for the blessings that surround you, for the beauty of the natural world, and for the opportunity to experience the miracle of existence. As you prepare for this cosmic reset, remember that you are a co-creator of your own destiny. You have the power to shape your reality, to manifest your dreams, and to walk the path of your highest purpose. In our modern age, characterized by technological marvels and urban sprawl, it's easy to lose sight of the profound wisdom encoded in the rhythms of nature. We've become disconnected from the cycles that once guided our ancestors, tethered instead to the artificial constructs of time and space. But the spring equinox remains a potent reminder, a celestial beacon calling us back to our roots, back to a time when humanity lived in harmony with the cosmos. As we stand on the threshold of another spring equinox, let us heed the call to cosmic renewal. Let us reclaim our connection to the earth and sky, honoring the ancient rhythms that sustain all life. For in the opening of the equinox gate lies the promise of transformation, a chance to shed the old and embrace the new, both individually and collectively. So, gather your intentions like seeds waiting to be planted, for the time of cosmic reset is upon us. Embrace the energies of renewal and step boldly into the dance of life.